see you as a threat. I'm chasing money like thought the youngest gone on the. When I was down bad, was missing. Pray to the Lord, I make it out the trenches. I had to grind when it's given. Know it's a purpose, so I move different. God chose me, he told me I'm gifted. Feel like I'm stuck in this life that I'm living. I'm trying to grind it and stack to the ceiling. I had to stamp my name and my image. I stand in their chest, I hustle relentless.
I'm in business. I'm in business mode. I'm in business mode. I'm in business mode. You can never stop the flow. Yeah. Run it up, run it up, run it up. Run up a check and then double up.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 1. 2K Sports presents the playoffs of the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And joining us from the sidelines is David Aldridge. We'll see the Cleveland Cavaliers taking on the Boston Celtics. Taking a look at Boston. They're the #1 seed. They'll be tough to handle, no doubt about it.
Kevin, I think it's so important to get off to a good start. You just can't assume because you have the home court advantage you're going to win the series. You still have to play solid basketball.
We'll take a look at the Celtics. You know, tonight Greg's going to tell us a lot about how they match up in the series at both ends of the court.
Yeah, we can talk about how well these teams match up in terms of talent, but in terms of how they match up in style, that's what we'll find out right now.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Now here's Booker from downtown. Out to Porzingis. Booker outside. Lock at 6. Goes back up. No good. That's miss number 2. He's 1 for 3. Pass to Riley. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Yeah, spotting the open teammate there. Nice work by Maxey.
Launches a 3. Hits the three-point bomb. 5 points in the game.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
The Cavaliers shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla. He thinks Tyrese Maxey is a guy they have to watch. He said he reads the floor well and understands situational basketball. Defensively, it's tough to speed him up or slow him down. He really plays at his own pace. Guys?
All right, David, thanks.
Every chance he gets, Booker willing to take that shot. A consistent three-point shooter.
Pass to Williams. Porzingis with the block. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
It's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Wagner wide open. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Look, that's just easy picking for Wagner in the corner. Right in his wheelhouse.
Jacks up a three. Riley can't hit.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And that one drops for him.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Here's Riley. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Here's Booker. Cavaliers with the rebound. It's an 8-point differential. Maxey with it. Defended now by Wagner. Jones.
Well, look, if you want to shoot over Porzingis, you got to create more space than that.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And the slam by Williams.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
From outside the arc, drills the three-pointer. He's got 8.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc. Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
There's Wagner with the 3. No good. That's miss number 2. He's 1 for 3. Here's Maxey.
And don't sleep on Maxey's vertical. He's great at using it to hammer those down.
The 3. That miss is his 4th this game. He's shooting 3 for 7 from the field. Out to the right wing. Shoots. Riley can't hit.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
Wagner on the wing. Porzingis to 2. That shot off. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Maxey with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. And Jones has it in the corner. There's Williams. That shot is no good, and he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Celtics leading by 4. .137 left to play in the first. Good. Score the basket. Mark him 4 for 8, shooting 50% so far. On the wing, Jones. Back to Maxey. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Pass to Riley. Just 5 on the clock. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Jared Allen. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Boston.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
Yeah, and guys, when White's got the ball in his hands, you can count on him to make the right decision.
And here's Richardson outside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Maxey.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the night right here. He's off on the second. Here's George. And it's sent back by White. Here's Richardson. It's rebounded by Cleveland. George, that's a 2-pointer. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Celtics leading by 7. It's Richardson on the wing. Picked away. And they're on the break. And he lobs it up toward the rim. It's picked off. Here's Ware. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And so it's Boston. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense is 14. And we're ready to get back into the action here in game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And with each made 3, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Moreno. And he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Lays it up off the glass.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
George looking over the floor. No good off the back of the rim. Boston leading by 9. Here's Richardson. Oh, and the jam by Richardson.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Here's Drummond. Second chance effort. A rebound by the Celtics. Here's Richardson. And he can't jam it through.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the blooper.
Well, he hasn't made a shot, and his team is losing. Time to find another solution.
From past the arc. A three-pointer is right on target. Richardson's got the lead up to 14 now for Boston.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
White, good.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
To stop the run. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And during his rookie year, Keontae George started about half of his game running the point most of the time. That experience will pay off for him.
And George drops them both.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Lets the 3 fly. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
There's a good screen. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And stolen by White. And they're moving it up. A slam dunk by Richardson.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Over to the wing. Rebound, Boston.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
From the arc, trains the three-pointer.
Well, you know what's going to happen when he gets a good look. The defense has got to run him off the line.
That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The three from George. That doesn't fall, and still no basket for him after 8 attempts from the floor. Richardson left side. And the three off target. The Cavaliers trail by 18.
Richardson. First personal foul. Second team foul.
On the wing, George. Pass to Salas.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
That's his first personal foul.
Celtics leading by 18. Here's White. Gets the three-pointer to fall. White's got 7 points in the game.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Outside, George. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
Well, they desperately need him to get going offensively. He's got to refocus and just start taking better shots.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
Celtics on offense. Going inside. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Maxey. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no airspace there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Here's Maxey. Picked by Williams. And good that time.
A solid facilitator. I like whenever Maxey looks to get his guys involved.
Richardson gets a wide open look. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And some changes here for the Celtics.
Substitution on the court.
This Cavaliers squad is struggling. .59 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Riley. They get it back. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Booker. And that one is good. Booker's got 5.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Here's Riley. And he slams it one-handed.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Booker with no one around. Buries it from three-point range. 8 points for him.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall. Misses in close.
Shoots the three. The shot, no good. And so it's Boston, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We've got more in store for you right after this. And we're with you again as our round one coverage continues. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Outside Williams. It's Jones on the wing. Back to Maxey. Cleveland moving it around. Inside. Stolen by Allen. That's in for his fifth make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip. 5 for 10.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Booker outside. Sinks that one from the post. Booker's got 10 points in the game.
Skillful make inside by Booker, able to find his spot for the finish.
And they double up Maxey. Stolen. With the... And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
That is not possible. What we just... Is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Hands it from downtown.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
The Cavaliers again can't hit.
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
And with the monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by the Celtics.
And the dunk by Booker.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the third quarter. They've come out a little cold after that halftime break. Just 1 of 5 from the field to start the third quarter.
Wound up there for Allen. Hammers the alley-oop through.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flows.
And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, I'm with all that.